Okay, I'm John Coley. I'm from Voith Hydro. I'm here to talk about how OPEX drives manufacturing quality. So OPEX is a Voith-driven initiative that we have had going on for a few years right now. It stands for Operational Excellence in our manufacturing, in our production facilities around the world. For those who don't know, Voith is a German-based company that has roughly 43,000 employees worldwide. India, China, Germany, Austria, Brazil, it's everywhere. In Canada, we have about 250 employees with our home office our head office is in Broussard, Quebec, just in the south shore of Montreal. We manufacture in our Mississauga plant hydroelectric generator coils that go into, we modernize generators around the world. We don't do a lot of new projects, but it's been out for about 40 years right now. So the contents of the presentation is some of the quality issues we've had, the methodologies and applications, and what does it mean for Voith. And for this presentation, it also was what does it mean for all of you. So the quality issues, why do we need OPEX? So we faced a number of delivery delays, we've had a lot of rework, we've had a lot of scrap, and we're also guilty of over-processing as well. So some of the methodologies and applications that we put in. So this is what a powerhouse looks like typically. So it's a cake break, but for those who don't know what it looks like. So I love these big screens. I can look over my shoulder. So we did a value stream map. Our past state was that we had 31 days cycle time. In blue is all the idle time. In gray is actually our value add time. So this is when we're manufacturing coils, how long it takes to get through. So the gray time is pretty much our touch time. So one of the things we did was implement shop floor management. This was a communication tool that we put in place that would help us on a daily basis have good meetings, communication with the shop floor. So how does it work for us? Is on a daily basis at 7 a.m. on the day shift, we have a meeting that we talk about what some of the issues are. So we talk about safety, quality, deliverables, 5S, leadership, which we cover CIs in these meetings as well, and any overtime requirements or what we may have to do to get the job done. So this has helped improve communication and coordination on a daily basis. It's also promoted a speak up culture where all of our employees are in one of these meetings on a daily basis. We also have them on the afternoon shift and on the night shift when we're in pre-shift operation. And it's part of the PDCA. So we plan the meetings, we do the meetings, we check on what needs to be done, and we act on those items as well. And this is an example of one of our boards. We have, it's hard to tell in this picture, but underneath each of those letters, if there's a problem, we'll mark down what the issue may be, and we have the right follow-ups in place to make sure that they get resolved. Some are easier than others, but some are take a little bit more work. This is another best practice that we put in place over the last year. It's our training matrix. It's a little hard to see up here, but what we have is, these are all our operators. I've left out their personnel, their last names and their badge numbers. And then across the top here, we have all the different operations that they have been trained to do, or we think that they've been trained to do. And through here you see the green, the yellow, and the golden color. So the green is trained, that they're trained to do the job. The golden is the refresher required, and TR is training requested. This is a live document that's posted in the shop floor for our operators to be interactive with their training and development as well. It also allows them to tell us, the management team, that, hey, yes, I am trained on that job, but I haven't done it for about 4 months. I may need a refresher. This alleviates frustration as well, because when an overtime opportunity comes, we're unionized jobs, we've got to balance overtime through overtime equalization. This allows them to be able to say, why didn't you pick me? And we can point to this and say, we didn't pick you because it said you weren't trained, we made a mistake, and in the salary group, we also make mistakes. First pass yield is another tool we put in place. So what is first pass yield? It shows the numbers, it shows the percentage of good products in the process. So this is Rui loading a coil into a coil forming machine. What we started to see was once he loads it into this machine, he has some tinkering to do with it. So it's not a perfect process. So what it's allowed us to do is go through each step, highlight what our first pass yield is. Do we do it right the first time, or do we have to rework it? A little further downstream, we also had a story in January earlier this year. One of our next shift operators found contamination on a tape that was, it created a worldwide problem for Voith with their suppliers, and it highlighted that we had a major problem with one of our suppliers, potentially leading to quality issues. Now, all those quality issues have been mitigated through actual testing, but she had an opportunity through shop floor management in her daily meetings to say, hey, raise your hand up, and like I mentioned, to speak up culture, to say, we have a problem here, take a look at this tape. And we took a look at it, the supplier fixed it, and it could have resulted in a major problem for us. So again, it's a critical tool for us in our journey to excellence. So after we move into some of these tools, potato head a little bit, we have reduced our current state down to 19 days from 31 days, and which represents about a 37% reduction in lead time. Future state, I'm really excited about it. And we talk about dreams at Voith. Sometimes this is my dream, is to get down from that 31 days down to about 5 days. So what does that mean for us? Is when a coil is first looped off, which is the first step in our process, on a Monday morning, it can be in a box ready to ship to a supplier by Friday afternoon. So our run times are typically 2 to 3 weeks per job. They're in a typical set of coils, there's about 350 to 400 coils. So it's something we can really work towards. There's a lot of oven processing time and vacuum impregnation time that kind of drives this time. Draws it out a bit longer than expected. So as a result, we also have reduced our work in process control. When we started off in calendar week 16, so this was the end of April, and we looked to where we were at the end of calendar week 35. The slide's broken down in 3 different areas. We have our dry coil area, our press area, and our test and pack area. So this represents this pretty much number of coils through the process. So when we started off, we had about 400 coils in our process. And this is go around counting all the way from station to station. We struggled along the way, and we've seen the number, in calendar week 20, we've seen the number drop, and then it went up again. And we've had a bit of a problem here in our testing and packing, but I kind of see this journey like going on a diet. So I've been on a diet. You get to the point where you got success, and then boom, it happens Chick-fil-A, French fries, and you have to jump back up again. But we're getting back on that horse, and I'm pleased to say that we'd be able to sustain this number, which was at the end of September, cutting our work in process by just implementing some of these tools for there's really no cost to them, so it's really exciting. So what did it mean for Voith? One of our core values is reliability. And reliability is not only for our product, for our customers that are using it, for us it's hydro generators, but it's also for reliability, station to station, for each of our operators who are our internal customers, that they're getting the right product done the first time. Then they can focus, rather than complaining their frustrations about what didn't happen upstream in the process, they focus their attention on CI and how to make Voith a better place. That leads to employee engagement. So we got, like I keep mentioning again, the speak up culture, and it's becoming more and more prevalent right now. In our daily meetings, we hear things sometimes as leaders we don't want to hear, that things are bad, but it gives us the opportunity to fix them. So it's really exciting to come in and have that culture of improvement going on every day. Finally, it leads to higher profitability, which makes my journey very happy. Thank you very much.
Any questions?
Is there an owner of your shop floor boards? You have an owner in each
Yeah, we actually call them mayors, and they're group leads, but they're owners of each of the areas. So we have 4 different group leads on 4 different areas of the